Hi, it's Kamaldeen Sulemana. I'm very happy to be here. I just wanted to say thank you to all the fans and the club for welcoming me here. I'm very honored to be here. Forza Atalanta.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is I am your host, sellssi. How are you doing here with Lukman Evergreen? Welcome, Lukman.
Thank you very much.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been some days.
It's been some days. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Click on that notification bell to get more updates. So, some transfer news have happened. Some renewals have happened. Thomas Partey has left Arsenal. Kamaldeen Sulemana has joined Atalanta. Your thoughts on that and the announcement and all?
Well, I mean, I'm so happy about Kamaldeen Sulemana's move. I believe this is a big opportunity for him to really show the world what he's made of. We all saw the potential from his days from FC Nordland through to Southampton, and unfortunately for him, it didn't really work out the way it should have at Southampton. Even though he showed glimpses of what he is made of and what he can do, but then because of injury and one or two reasons, he couldn't really give Southampton what they demanded of him. But then this is a huge step up for him. Moving from Southampton to Atalanta is definitely a rise in terms of what it offers his career.
Yeah.
He's going to get that opportunity to play UEFA Champions League football. He's going to be playing in one of the biggest leagues in the world, which is the Italian Serie A. And for me, that is very huge. He's going to be reuniting with a coach who knows him very well, who's been able to transform him, because under Ivan Juric, we all saw the best of Kamaldeen Sulemana at Southampton. And so I've always said he's got the potential, he's got all the skills, all the qualities to be able to be a huge player or a top player in the world. But because of injuries, it has really stifled his career a little bit. But then
And
this is
development as well.
yeah, this is very huge. He's still 23 years old. There is more ahead of him, and for me, I'm really excited about this.
Yeah, it's a great move, permanent one at that.
Yeah.
They have two Sulemanas in their team.
Yeah.
And it was interesting how they announced it and all. Kamaldeen Sulemana playing the Italian Serie A. We all know how Ghanaian players thrive very well. Suleiman Muntari, Kojo Asamoah, Kevin Prince Boateng. We've seen them do so well. What would you call success for Kamaldeen when he plays in the Serie A, to the point that he leaves? What would you define as success for him as a player at the age of 23?
Well, I mean, consistent game time is one.
First and foremost.
First and foremost, and hopefully he should be injury free. That will be a huge one for him. But then, in terms of being successful at the Serie A side, what would be expecting of Kamaldeen Sulemana will be seeing him score a lot of goals and then providing some assists. His numbers have to improve because out of 34 Premier League games, he scored only 5 goals, provided 2 assists. That is quite minimal from a player like Kamaldeen Sulemana. So success will be to see him score a lot of goals, to see him create a lot of assists. And then, of course, I mean, Atalanta is a side that has tasted winning championship before. And so they would want to be competitive in the Italian Serie A. And for them to be competitive, we would have to be seeing the best of a player like Kamaldeen Sulemana. I would want to see him reach as far as the quarterfinals and the semi-final stages of the Coppa Italia. I would also want to even see them in the final with Kamaldeen Sulemana. That will be a successful spell for him at the club. But then first and foremost, the most important thing is consistency, some goals and then some number of assists.
Because the injuries have plagued his ability to appear consistently for his various clubs. So first and foremost, that consistency. Let's move on to another transfer. Yesterday, we were all taken aback. We all thought that Antoine Semenyo, a person of interest, according to several reports, for Tottenham Hotspur, a person of interest for Manchester United, Arsenal, Liverpool at a point in time. Mohamed Salah was leaving and they thought he would be a better replacement for him. Yesterday, we got the shock and saw him renewing a contract, 5-year contract extension for him. Your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean,
were you surprised?
Yeah, I was surprised. Like you said, I mean, it was a shocker for me. I was sitting behind my laptop and then I saw the news and I was like, what is really happening. But then, I mean, it was a very good move from AFC Bournemouth. I mean, they've already lost some very, very good players.
Yeah.
They've lost Milos Kekes in the transfer window. And
Hoyson as well.
yeah, Dean Hoyson is also left the club. And so it was very, very important that they keep the rest of their key players. Let's not even forget Kepa Arrizabalaga, who was on loan, has also left. And so they were losing some very, very good players. And for Antoine Semenyo, I mean, it is just only his second season at AFC Bournemouth. There is still a lot that he could offer. I would have loved to see him play for a Man United, a Tottenham Hotspurs. But then from the reports or the information that I've gathered, it has improved terms and conditions
in terms of salary and everything.
Exactly, in terms of salary, and then in terms of the role he will be playing at the club, in terms of leadership as well. And so it means he's going to be getting some form of control as a player as well. And so he's just 25 years old, 5-year contract. It is a long deal. But then what we also can take away from the deal is that AFC Bournemouth are also looking at also capitalizing on him. What it means is that because he will be under a long-term contract, any club that is coming in for him would be going in for a huge money. You wouldn't be coming in with anything below.
So now with a new contract, they can negotiate a better deal. Because I remember just 1.5 or 2 years ago, he signed a deal to 2028 also. And now to 2030, another 2-year contract extension. It's going to be interesting. Do you think this closes the door to other clubs? Well, you've said that it could mean more money, but at 70 million, they were complaining. Meaning more money means more than 70 million. Has this basically shut the shop for most clubs, in your opinion?
Well, I mean, some of the things that you look at in computing a player's transfer fee has to do with his contracts at the club.
So buyout clause.
Exactly. And so now that it's been extended, what it means is that yes, his price would have to go up. But then for now, it will be very difficult for any team to come for him because he just signed a contract extension in the current transfer window. And so what it means is that for this summer transfer window, he's staying at Bournemouth. But then what can happen is that if he continues to perform the way he's performing or even improve, if his numbers improve, I tell you, in the January transfer window, we wouldn't be surprised to see him go for that 70 million or plus. In the winter transfer window. And so it is a master stroke from AFC Bournemouth. And for the player himself, I mean, and for the player himself, I think he is gradually becoming who we all expect him to be. And Bournemouth seems to be a place where he wouldn't be under so much pressure to be able to deliver. He's still in that peak years of his career. And so this is a golden opportunity for him to even go out there and then prove his suitors that he was really merits the 70 million pounds.
And he's worth more than that, basically. Exactly. So another transfer that played us throughout the whole period was Kudus Mohammed and Thomas Partey. Let's start off with Kudus Mohammed. The news is that he's having talks with Tottenham Hotspur. Some are saying Chelsea is a better fit. Some people even joked on social media that Chelsea don't want to pay the money. But in all seriousness, Tottenham Hotspur, better for him, a good choice for him and his development, 24 years old.
Well, I mean, it's even surprising to think Kudus Mohammed is still just 24. I mean, there are a lot of.
It looks like he's been playing for so long.
Yeah. I mean, he's always been in the headlines. He's been amazing. His performances. He in a way single-handedly carried the national team in the last few years. And so yes, it makes sense that you think he is even over 24 years old. But then he's just 24. With Tottenham Hotspur, I think it will be good for him. I mean, it would definitely be a rise above West Ham United, because
with all due respect.
Yeah, with all due respect.
Looking at the league position, some would beg to differ. But
from what happened last season, of course. But then, I mean, the golden opportunity for Mohamed Kudus is that he will be returning to the UEFA Champions League, and that is where big players should be playing. Apart from that, you also look at the wages. He would be getting an improved contract at Tottenham Hotspur. I would have loved to see him play for the traditionally big 4 or 6 in the Premier League. But then we can also discount the fact that in the last few years, Tottenham have challenged some of the big boys in the English Premier League.
So.
Exactly. And so it makes it a good destination for him. I understand he is fond of their manager, Thomas Frank because of that Danish connection. You know, he started his career from Denmark, and so he's also fond of Thomas Frank, which means if he is okay with the coach or the manager, then it means he would definitely be giving his best for the club. Moving to Tottenham will be a good one for him. I still feel with years to come, maybe if Tottenham does not become a home for him, he might even move from Tottenham to a bigger club in quotes. But then at this particular moment, I think it is the right time for him to leave West Ham United.
To join Tottenham.
Exactly.
Let us know what you think in the comments box. Thomas Partey, should he take the Saudi money? Ibrahim Sane, there are things to sing so.
Well, I mean, Sani Dara is my boss. So if he speaks, and from the way he was speaking with
he was standing or something.
He was speaking with a lot of conviction.
Okay.
In fact, on his Twitter page, he posted that he has a big news on July 5th. And I'm
today's second.
Yeah, and I'm suspecting it is the Thomas Partey deal.
News.
I mean, Thomas Partey is 32 years old. I still believe he's got a few years in him to play in Europe. But then if that Saudi money comes, of course, he has to. Yeah, because from where I stand and the salaries, the wages he's taken from Arsenal, I doubt if any club will be willing to give a 32-year-old £200,000 a month, a week. And so it will be very, very difficult because of his wage structure. But then, I mean, for Saudi Arabia, money ain't no problem for them. So I think it will be a good move for him to go to Saudi Arabia. I mean, we've seen what Al Hilal are doing. Who knows? It means the league is becoming competitive. And from the expansion of the FIFA Club World Cup, it's making other continents also competitive with regards to club football. And so I'd love to see him go there. If he could join Al Hilal, I'll be very
great.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens in the coming days. Those are the transfer breakdowns for Thomas Partey, Saudi move. Let us know if you think it's good. And Antoine Semenyo with the contract renewal that took us all by surprise. Kudus Mohammed to Tottenham Hotspur in advanced personal talks, and also looking at Kamaldeen Sulemana securing that move to Atalanta. Thoughts in the comments box on everything. Thank you so much, Lukman, for joining me.
You're welcome.
We'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your day.